Hi, this is Joe Walensky, Program Manager for ConveyUX, talking with the speakers who will be at our event coming up in January in Seattle. And today I'm talking with Stephanie Walter. Hello, Stephanie.
Hello, Joe.
Uh, where are you talking to us from today?
I'm in Strasbourg in France, so almost Germany, really close to Germany.
All right, well, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with me and for electing to participate in the event. Uh, First of all, tell us a little bit about the type of work that you do.
I'm a web designer and I specialize mostly in UI, ergonomics, but also mobile. So I do a lot of responsive web design, build websites that should work properly across different platforms, mobile, tablets, and also big screens, hopefully. I work as a freelancer, but also in agency, so I kind of work a lot. We do really great projects at the agency. I'm mainly in charge of uh, whatever concerns responsive and when there's user experience involved. We are currently two web designers at the agency, so we try to share the work. And I'm also freelancing, so currently I have more like UI design stuff as a freelancer. I worked on a project that should help doctors to see ultrasounds. Do you say that? Ultrasounds?
Ultrasounds, yes.
Yeah. And this is like for desktop things, and another one that's going to help a crane not to collide. That's not really sexy. Like I do sexy application, but I work with real businesses, real business cases. So I hope I won't make mistake with the one for the crane.
Well, we're glad to have you involved and have you visiting us in Seattle. Uh, you do a lot of work with cascading style sheets and other web technologies. Are there any new Are there any new things that you're working on, or learning
Uh,
about, or
yeah,
interested in?
I'd really like to have more time to work with SVG. I worked a little bit with this on my blog, just like sandbox thing, trying to do nice icons, change the color, stuff like that. SVG animation, but you can do more than just like use SVG for free icons on the web blog. So I'd like really to try to look what you can do with SVG concerning animations. It's pretty well supported, and also it's great because you don't have any problems with Retina displays. Since it's vector based, then it will scale nicely. So I have to find time to work with this.
And have you used that in any of your projects so far?
Yeah, currently we use SVG for any interface icons. So we've got a pretty like well workflow. I do all the icons in Illustrator, and I've got an extension to export all of those. And then we use them either in an iconic font or directly SVG into the website.
All right. Well, when you are at the conference, your talk is going to be about delighting users through cascading style sheet techniques. So, could you describe your work in this area and how you think you'll be able to help people improve their websites through this?
Yeah, well, when I started web design like 5 years ago, if you wanted a nice animation, you had to use JavaScript, jQuery if you didn't know how to write vanilla JavaScript. And it was a little bit scary to designers, like all these lines of code and stuff like that. Today you can do many, many things in CSS3, which is a more like, I wouldn't say, I can say it like that, designer-friendly language. So you can animate many things. So I'll try to show what you can animate, like hover effect, active stuff. also maybe what you can't, what you still maybe need a little bit of JavaScript for the animations, and see how far you can go. I'll try to keep it simple. I know the audience isn't like pure web developers, so the idea is to know a little bit more about what you can do in CSS animation, get a general knowing of this, and then go back home with some like useful code lines and maybe play a little bit at home.
Well, Stephanie, I wanted to also ask you about your participation in our project showcase, and you're going to be talking about one of the projects you've been actively working on, which is an e-commerce responsive design process. Could you tell me a little bit about that project?
Yeah, sure. It's I think it's the biggest project in terms of number of pages we had yet. So I had to design 30 pages, 30 pages. And we tried to emphasize here on the mobile user experience. We did a lot of mobile first, especially during the web development phase. So I'm going to show you how we adapted the map, for example, so that it will not be too slow for mobile users, and how we make it like more user-friendly for big screens. And code was also quite a challenge because it's tables, and tables are things that are supposed to be seen on big screens. So how can you adapt tables for mobile users so that they like still have something comfortable to read? And we also had to try to find new ways of working together with the design team and the development team. We basically went back to paper, so I'll bring with me some of the stuff we did on paper, so that you may not always have to go directly to Photoshop if you want to adapt something.
Well, it'll be good to talk with you in person about that project. Thank
Thank
you. All right, great. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk for a few minutes about your interests and the things that you'll be talking about at the conference. And we'll see you here in Seattle in a few weeks.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Bye bye.